Welcome back to our channel. Before we dive into yet another fascinating and mysterious stories, I would like to invite you to watch, to like, and subscribe to the channel. Also activate the notification sound. Today, we explore the untold story of the forbidden manuscript that reveals your soul's mission. Greetings. Beloved soul, I ask you now, stop everything, still your hands, quiet your mind just for this moment, because the echoes we share today might resonate through your entire existence. They might unlock doors within you that have remained sealed for lifetimes. Have you ever felt it? That subtle, persistent ache deep within. A feeling that something vital is missing from the story you've been told. The story of your life, your death, your very essence. As if a crucial page, perhaps the most important page, was torn from the book of your soul. Listen closely to that feeling. It has never lied to you. You were right, there exists knowledge. Ancient and profound, deliberately obscured. Whispers speak of a manuscript. Penned over 12 centuries ago. A text revealing humanity's most closely guarded secret. This knowledge wasn't lost to time or mere accident. It was intentionally suppressed. Erased from common history. Why? Because it contains a key. A key to a power residing within you, a power many systems in your world prefer you do not reclaim. This is the knowledge of your soul's journey before you took your first breath. The understanding of what you as pure consciousness experienced before becoming human. And today, this hidden knowledge, resurfaces, it seeks the light, it seeks you. This manuscript, known to a select few as the CEX Anime, the Book of the Soul, is said to have been written by a secret order of mystics, guardians of wisdom passed down through ages. It doesn't offer philosophy or mere theory. It claims to hold detailed maps, sacred charts, outlining the soul's incredible journey before, during, and after physical life. It speaks of secrets that established powers, religions, governments have allegedly hidden, perhaps fearing that empowered individuals, awake to their true nature, are harder to control. The Codex describes sacred stages, a preparation process your soul undertakes before incarnating. Each stage reveals a fragment of your true identity, a piece of the puzzle you were subtly programmed to forget upon entering this world. Imagine, just for a moment, knowing with absolute clarity the reason you were born into this specific family. Why this body, with its unique strengths and challenges? Why this particular time in history? Imagine understanding your greatest struggles, your deepest heartaches, not as random misfortune, not as punishment, but as integral parts of a much grander, intricate design. A divine blueprint. A plan meticulously chosen by you, in a state of higher wisdom. Before you descended, we are not speaking of vague spiritual notions here. We speak of an ancient, detailed map of the soul, guarded for centuries, shared only amongst initiates, far from the public eye. If you allow this knowledge to truly penetrate your awareness, if you dare to consider its implications, your perception of life, of yourself, of everyone around you, can never be the same. You will begin to see the threads connecting everything. You will understand that nothing, absolutely nothing, happens by chance. Every person who crosses your path, whether bringing joy or pain, has a purpose in your journey. Every obstacle, every setback, is not a wall, but a disguised stepping stone, a precisely placed catalyst for your growth, leading to something greater. And perhaps most profoundly, you will realize this truth. There are no true victims in the grand cosmic play. You are, and always have been, the primary architect of your journey, the designer of your experiences, chosen for the sake of your soul's evolution. Recognizing this deep inherent power is the crucial first step. The step out of the shadows of helplessness, victimhood, guilt, and fear. It is the first step towards taking conscious command of your existence. How many times have you gazed at the stars, or into your own reflection, and whispered, "Why am I here? What is the real meaning of all this struggle? This joy, this fleeting existence?" Most souls navigate this life feeling adrift, like passengers on a runaway train. As the text suggests, events unfold, People arrive and depart. Challenges rise and fall like waves, and it all feels so utterly outside of your control. That pervasive feeling of emptiness, of lacking clear direction, it isn't an accident. It isn't a flaw in you, it is the natural side effect of a profound amnesia. The forgetting of who you truly are, at the core, the forgetting of the sacred agreements and intentions you set before you came here. But what if I told you, from this side of the veil, that before you were born, in a state of expanded awareness, you knew exactly the divine reason behind every significant step you would take? Every major relationship, every triumph, every challenge. According to the Forbidden Codex, before your soul plunges into the density of a physical body, it undergoes a meticulous, profound preparation, a series of sacred stages. You, as a free sovereign consciousness, radiating with divine light, made conscious choices. You chose your parents, the lineage, the energetic inheritance. You chose the physical vessel, its potential, its limitations. You chose the core challenges you would face, the mountains you would climb. You chose the missions you would undertake, the gifts you would strive to share. All of this, the Codex insists, was decided in a state of unparalleled clarity and wisdom. A state free from the human ego's fears, doubts, and limitations. Your soul, in its brilliance, knew that every experience, even those anticipated to be intensely painful from a human view, would be an essential catalyst, an indispensable part of its expansion, its learning, its evolution towards greater light. Think of gold, beloved one. How is it purified? Through intense fire. The dross burns away, leaving only the pure, shining essence. Your soul understood this principle. It knew that only through the crucible of direct experience, the joys, the sorrows, the complexities of human life, could it truly refine its virtues, polish its facets, and expand its radiant light. And the most beautiful part of this ancient narrative, you were not alone in this intricate planning. Never alone. You were surrounded, supported, guided by beings of immense light and love. Masters, spiritual counselors, your eternal soul family. Loving consciousnesses who know your essence intimately. They helped you design the perfect life curriculum for your specific growth intentions. Not the easiest life, perhaps, but the most effective for what you wished to learn and become. When you begin to truly absorb this perspective, that nothing is random, your entire view of your life story transforms radically. Pain is no longer seen as mere punishment or meaningless suffering. It becomes training, soul conditioning, a catalyst for strength you didn't know you possessed. Losses are no longer viewed as cosmic injustices or deprivations. They become opportunities, sometimes painful ones, to clear space, to make room for something new, something perhaps more aligned with your deeper path. Difficulties cease to be unbearable burdens, crushing weights. They reveal themselves as keys, intricately designed keys, unlocking the doors to the next level of your soul's journey, your awareness, your power. This profound shift in perception transmutes suffering into strength. It transforms paralyzing fear into clarifying wisdom. It converts knowing doubt into unwavering faith in a larger, loving process. So now, I invite you again, close your eyes, just for a breath. Tune into the deepest, quietest part of your being. Ask yourself, does this resonate? Does this story of a chosen journey echo within me? Like an ancient, half-forgotten whisper from home? If the answer, however faint, is yes, if a flicker of recognition sparks within your soul, then you are ready. You are ready to begin remembering, ready to reclaim the map of your soul's journey. Let us now explore together the 7 sacred stages your soul traversed before you were born. As revealed, they say, in the hidden pages of the Codex Anime, before the miracle of your birth, before the first cry, your soul, your eternal essence, passed through these 7 distinct phases of preparation. Think of these stages as the sacred backstage of existence, the unseen realm where the intricate details of your life's play were lovingly arranged. Each stage holds a unique purpose. Each contributes to shaping who you are today. Knowing this process, truly understanding it, is like receiving your personal map back into your own hands. The map that was gently veiled from your conscious mind at the moment of your birth. Stage 1. The call of the universal consciousness. Where does a journey truly begin? For the soul embarking on incarnation, it starts with a soundless sound. A vibration. Many of you walk through life, carrying a subtle, quiet longing, a sense of homesickness for a place you can't name, a feeling that something essential is missing. Even when, by all worldly standards, your life seems full or successful. This persistent ache, this quiet yearning, it is not mere fantasy, it is not discontent, it is a sacred echo, an echo of the very first stage of your soul's pre-birth journey. The call of the universal consciousness. According to the CEX Anime, the entire process is initiated from the source. The universal consciousness, the beating heart of all reality, the infinite ocean of love and intelligence from which all sparks of life emergeth. As source issues a call, not a command, not an order. Barked across the cosmos, it is far more subtle, more beautiful than that. Imagine a silent, irresistible music, a harmonic resonance, a loving invitation that ripples through all dimensions, reaching your individual soul, your unique spark, wherever it may reside in the vastness of being. It might find you resting in realms of light, integrating past experiences. It might find you exploring other dimensions, other forms of existence. But the call resonates. Uniquely tuned to your essence, BHNs, when your soul perceives this gentle, loving summons, a deep memory awakens within it. A remembrance of purpose, of potential, of the sacred dance of creation. It recognizes, it is time to learn again, to grow again, to love again in a new way. Time to engage once more in the profound, challenging, beautiful experience of physical existence. Time to contribute its unique note to the grand symphony of life unfolding on earth. At that precise moment of hearing the call, you, as a sovereign spark of the divine, faced a fundamental choice. The ultimate freedom. To accept the invitation, or to remain where you were. There was no coercion, no pressure, only love, only potential. And believe this, beloved one. Feel this truth in your core. If you are here now, drawing breath in a human body, listening to these words set, is because, somewhere in the vast expanse of time and space, you said yes, you accepted the call. You chose to return. You chose this adventure, you chose to live, to feel, to learn, to experience the spectrum of human emotion, the joy, the sorrow, the love, the challenge. You chose to grow, to make mistakes, to learn from them, to begin anew. Even now, incarnated, veiled by the density of the physical world, that original call continues to echo within you. Softly, persistently, you hear it in moments of profound silence. When the world's noise fades away, you glimpse it in the innocent sparkle of a child's eyes, reflecting pure potential. You feel it in the breathtaking beauty of a sunset that inexplicably brings tears to your eyes. You sense it in that inner restlessness, that divine discontent that prompts you to seek deeper answers, meanings, connections that society's superficial offerings can never truly satisfy. This is the call. Still whispering, still guiding. To consciously recognize this call within your current life is transformative. It is the beginning of remembering. It is the acceptance that you are infinitely more than just a physical body, a name, a role. It is the embrace of the truth that your existence holds a purpose far grander than the daily routines of working, consuming, surviving. When you start to consciously listen to this inner call, your life begins to shift. Subtly at first, then more profoundly, you find yourself seeking more meaning, more authenticity in your choices, your relationships, your work. You feel a growing urge to align your outer life with the quiet truth humming within your soul. You begin to remember, even if the details remain hazy, that you are here for a reason you chose. If this call resonates within you now, if these words stir something deep inside, know this with certainty: you are on the threshold. You are ready to remember what you have forgotten. You are answering the call, a new stage. 2. The Life Review. Do you carry burdens from the past? shadows of guilt, whispers of regret, that seem to anchor you, holding you back. How often do you find your mind replaying scenes, wishing for a different outcome? If only I had acted differently. If only I had spoken my truth. If only I could turn back time and make another choice. So many souls live imprisoned by these invisible chains, paralyzed by regret over past actions or inactions, haunted by mistakes that feel eternally unforgivable. And yet, simultaneously, there's often a deeper knowing, isn't there? A sense that even these painful experiences are woven into a larger, meaningful pattern. But what if I told you, with the authority of celestial observation, that even before you embarked on this current life, your soul had already faced, reviewed, and integrated all of this, and more, in a single, profound, holographic experience of consciousness? According to the wisdom held within the CEX Anime, the second crucial stage of the soul's pre-birth journey is the life review. After accepting the call, before diving into the plans for a new incarnation, your soul is lovingly invited to revisit its past. Not just the immediately preceding life, but often the tapestry of many relevant past existences. But this review is unlike any form of judgment known in the human world. Picture this: there is no stern, punitive deity on a throne, pointing an accusing finger. There are no feelings of shame, condemnation, or eternal damnation imposed from without. There is only pure consciousness, pure love, pure understanding. You, as the soul, re-experience your past actions, but with an expanded awareness that includes the impact of those actions on others. You feel everything directly, from all perspectives involved. If you caused harm, intentionally or unintentionally, you feel the pain of the one you hurt, as if it were your own. If you offered healing, comfort, or kindness, you feel the warmth and relief in the recipient's heart. If you inspired someone, lifted their spirit, helped them grow, you feel their soul's expansion, their gratitude, their joy. It is the ultimate lesson in empathy, a direct, experiential understanding of interconnects, of the truth that we are all one, and what we do to another, we ultimately do to ourselves. The life review is a profound act of cosmic accountability. Its purpose is not punishment, but education, illumination. Growth. It allows the soul to see clearly the cause and effect ripples of its choices, to understand the karmic threads it has woven. To identify patterns, both positive and negative, that it wishes to address or transform in the future, knowing that your soul has already undergone this comprehensive, loving review can completely revolutionize how you perceive your past mistakes and current regrets. You begin to understand, mistakes are not final verdicts on your worth. They are invaluable tools for learning, essential steps on the path of evolution. Guilt, when held onto indefinitely, becomes a self-imposed prison, blocking growth and joy. True consciousness, the willingness to see clearly and take responsibility, is liberation. Forgiveness, you realize, is not merely a favor granted to someone who wronged you. It is primarily a gift to your own soul, releasing resentment, bitterness, and the desire for retribution frees you to move forward. It allows you to reclaim the energy bound up in past grievances. From this deeper understanding, nurtured by the awareness of the life review, you can begin to navigate your current life with greater lightness, deeper compassion for self and others, and a more profound sense of personal responsibility for your ongoing choices. And the true beauty, the empowering aspect, is this: you don't have to wait for the end of this life, or the beginning of the next, to benefit from this principle. You can, in essence, conduct your own mini-life review right now, while there is still precious time to adjust your course, to change the impact you are creating. Take a quiet moment. Close your eyes, breathe deeply into your heart space. Ask yourself, with gentle honesty, if I were to review my life today, this week, this year, what patterns would I see? What impact am I currently having on the people who cross my path? Am I acting from love, or from fear? From compassion, or from judgment? What legacy, What energetic imprint do I wish to leave behind in the hearts I touch? What mark do I aspire to engrave upon the eternal record of my soul? This conscious self-reflection, done with love and without harsh judgment, is a profound gift you give yourself. It is applied wisdom from the soul's journey. Stage 3. The Council of Souls. Do you ever feel overwhelmed by the weight of decisions, standing at a crossroads, facing multiple potential paths, each with unknown consequences? Do you sometimes feel utterly alone in the process, wishing for clear guidance, for wise counsel? That feeling of needing support, of yearning for wisdom, beyond your own current understanding, is deeply human. But what if I assured you, based on the echoes from the CEX Anime, that you have never truly been alone in your journey? That surrounding you, unseen by most human eyes, is a dedicated, loving, and incredibly wise force. A team that has been guiding and supporting you long before you took your first breath in this world. Welcome to the third stage of the soul's pre-birth. Preparation, the Council of Souls. After the illuminating, integrating experience of the life review, your soul, now clearer on its past patterns and future learning desires, is gently guided to a sacred space, a realm of pure light, vibrant consciousness, and unconditional love. Here, it convenes with its Council of Souls. Imagine this space, not a formal courtroom, but perhaps a serene garden of light, or a boundless expanse of radiant energy gathered. With you are beings of profound wisdom and compassion. These are not strangers. They are your eternal companions, your spiritual family. Some might be highly evolved masters, ascended beings who have completed their own cycles of incarnation. Others might be beloved soulmates, members of your soul group who travel with you across lifetimes. Perhaps angelic guides, beings who have never incarnated but serve as celestial mentors. They know you intimately, far better in this state than you consciously know yourself right now. They remember all your journeys, your triumphs, your struggles, your deepest aspirations. They see your divine potential shining brightly, even when you feel lost or diminished. Crucially, these beings do not judge, they do not criticize or condemn. They welcome you with boundless love and acceptance. Their only desire is your growth, your joy, your return to full awareness. Together, in this Council of Light, you collaboratively analyze the lessons your soul still yearns to master. You examine the energetic wounds from past experiences that still require healing and integration. You identify the latent talents, the dormant abilities, the soul qualities like courage, patience, compassion, forgiveness, that your soul longs to fully develop and express in the upcoming life. It is here, in this sacred, loving consultation, that the detailed blueprint for your next life is drafted. It's a co-creative process. You, the soul, actively participate. You express your desires, your intentions for growth. The Council offers wisdom, perspective, guidance. They might suggest specific challenges that would best facilitate your desired learning. They help identify the souls who could play key roles in your journey as loving allies, supportive family members, inspiring teachers, or even, significantly, as challenging opponents or catalysts for growth. These souls also agree, on their own level. To participate in these soul contracts, you discuss potential timelines, locations, family dynamics, major life themes. What great mission, what contribution, will your soul seek to fulfill this time around? And let me emphasize this again, beloved, nothing is imposed upon you. You choose with full soul consciousness, guided by infinite love and wisdom. You choose the curriculum perfectly suited for your unique evolutionary path. Understanding that, you have always had this loving, dedicated spiritual team by your side completely transform your perception of solitude and guidance in your current life. You begin to realize those sudden flashes of intuition, those gut feelings that guide your. They are not random impressions, they are often whispers from your counsel, nudges from your guides. Those vivid, meaningful dreams that offer clarity or warning, potential communications from this higher realm. Those uncanny coincidences, those serendipitous encounters that change your life's direction. Often, These are orchestrated elements of the plan, lovingly arranged by your counsel and your higher self. Even the most difficult pains, the most challenging relationships, can be understood as parts of this intricate plan, designed with love for your ultimate awakening. Furthermore, this connection isn't severed. Just because you are in a physical body, you can consciously reconnect with your council of souls. Even now, through dedicated meditation, quieting the mental chatter, through heartfelt sincere prayer, asking for clarity, strength, and guidance, through spending time in deep silence, simply listening to the subtle whispers within, you can learn to hear these ancient, loving voices again. You can ask for their wisdom on decisions you face. You can request comfort during times of sorrow, strength during trials. You are never alone. Your counsel walks with you. Always remember them. Reach out to them. Trust their guidance. Stage 4. The choice of life purpose. Do you feel it sometimes? The relentless march of days turning into weeks, months, years. Perhaps carrying dreams in your heart that seem perpetually distant, just out of reach. Or maybe a persistent, underlying feeling that you were born for something more, something significant, something meaningful, but you haven't quite grasped what it is. That sense of searching, that occasional pang of emptiness or lack of fulfillment, it is not a sign of failure. It is not a mistake in your design. It is often a sacred signal, a sign that, deep within, your soul still remembers the core mission it chose before incarnating, a mission that your conscious mind, veiled by the demands and distractions of physical existence, has temporarily forgotten. Following the profound insights of the life review, and after the collaborative planning session with your beloved council of souls, comes perhaps the most focused and sacred moment of the pre-birth journey. The choice of your life purpose. The definition of your soul's primary intention for the upcoming incarnation, according to the law of the CEX Anime. A soul does not simply tumble into incarnation randomly. It doesn't arrive aimlessly. It comes with intention, with mission, guided by its counsel, illuminated by its past experiences. The soul chooses, with profound clarity and unwavering love, what will be its central theme, its major learning objective, its primary mode of contribution, its core transformation to be achieved during the impending earthly life. This is your life purpose. This purpose is not always singular or simplistic. It can manifest in a multitude of ways. Often interconnected, it might involve healing deep-seated relationship patterns carried over from past lives, perhaps. Finally, resolving ancient conflicts or learning the true meaning of unconditional love within a family or partnership. It could be focused on developing specific soul qualities, cultivating profound compassion in the face of suffering, mastering unwavering courage amidst fear or adversity, embodying deep patience in a world that rushes, learning authentic forgiveness for self and others. Perhaps the purpose is creative or communicative, inspiring and awakening other souls through art, music, writing, or teaching, bringing forth new ideas, new perspectives, new wisdom to share with the world, developing unique talents and abilities to serve the collective good, anchoring specific frequencies of light or love onto the planet. Each soul's purpose is exquisitely unique, tailored to its specific history and aspirations. Each mission, no matter how seemingly small or grand from a human perspective, is irreplaceable. Each contributes a vital thread to the magnificent tapestry of universal creation. And here is a truth to hold close to your heart, especially when you feel overwhelmed or inadequate. Your soul never chooses a purpose that is impossible for it to fulfill. It never sets itself up for ultimate failure. You were born equipped. You arrived with everything you need, encoded within your very being, to accomplish the core mission. You chose the talents, the resilience, the inner wisdom, the potential connections. They are all there. Latent, perhaps, waiting to be activated, but undeniably present within you. So, how do you begin to remember, to reconnect with this chosen purpose in your daily life? The Codex offers clues, echoed by sages throughout time. The first key is to pay close attention to what genuinely, deeply moves your soul. Observe yourself without judgment. Ask, What activities, subjects, or causes ignite a fire within me? Where does my passion lie? What situations naturally draw out my energy, enthusiasm, and focus? What kinds of problems or suffering in the world stir a deep desire within me to help, to contribute, to find solutions? If I had unlimited time and resources, what would I joyfully dedicate myself to, even if I received no external reward or recognition? Your soul's purpose often whispers in the answers to these questions. It's rarely hidden in complex intellectual pursuits far removed from your heart. It's usually embedded in what feels natural, engaging, and meaningful to you. It is not typically something you need to search for frantically outside yourself, like a lost object. It is already pulsing within your heart, like a quiet but persistent flame, waiting for your attention, your breath, your conscious choice to feed it and let it grow. Furthermore, pay attention to the recurring themes and challenges in your life. These are not random punishments. They are often precious, albeit sometimes painful. Clues dot the areas where you experience the greatest difficulties. The most persistent struggles often carry the very seeds of your core purpose. What has wounded you most deeply in the past? What patterns keep showing up, demanding your attention? It's highly possible that the very thing you feel most challenged by is precisely what you came here to understand, heal, and master first within yourself, and then potentially to help others navigate as well. Your deepest pain can become your greatest strength, your most potent offering to the world. Remembering your purpose isn't about finding a job title or a social role. It's about aligning with the deepest truth of your being, the core intention your soul set forth. It's about living authentically, passionately, and meaningfully, from the inside out. Stage 5. The choice of body and family. This stage often presents the greatest challenge to human understanding and acceptance. The prevailing belief in many cultures is that birth is largely a matter of chance, a biological lottery. You simply appear, seemingly at random, within a particular family, inheriting their genetics, born into a specific body, in a specific location, at a specific time. But the CEX Anime, along with many mystical traditions, presents a radically different perspective, a perspective that restores agency and purpose to the very foundations of your existence. It reveals that you, as a soul, guided by your counsel and aligned with your chosen purpose, made conscious choices about the physical vehicle and the initial human environment for your incarnation. You chose all of this. Before taking the plunge into physical form, your soul, existing in a state of expanded awareness, was presented with various possibilities, various potential entry points into the human experience. Imagine being shown different potential bodies, each with its unique genetic predispositions, its potential strengths, weaknesses, appearance, health tendencies. Imagine visualizing different family lineages, each carrying its own history, its own energetic patterns, beliefs, unresolved issues, and also its unique gifts and strengths. Imagine considering different social, cultural, and historical environments, each offering a distinct set of opportunities and challenges, and from amongst these myriad possibilities, your soul, with infinite wisdom, selected the precise combination that would best serve its chosen life, purpose, and learning objectives. The perfect costume and stage set for the role it intended to play. I sensed the resistance this idea can evoke, beloved one. I hear the questions in your heart. How could anyone choose a life filled with chronic pain, debilitating illness, or severe disability? Why would a soul elect to be born into a family plagued by poverty, violence, addiction, or abuse? Why choose parents who would be neglectful, critical, or incapable of providing love? From a purely human perspective, limited by the ego's focus on comfort, safety, and pleasure, it seems utterly illogical, even cruel, to imagine choosing such hardship. But remember, your soul operates from a vastly different perspective. Its primary goal is not ease, but growth. Not comfort, but evolution. Not avoidance of pain, but transmutation of energy. Your soul, in its pre-birth wisdom, sees every potential difficulty, not as a punishment, but as a powerful tool for learning, for strengthening specific virtues, for balancing past karma. It understands that pressure creates diamonds, that challenges forge resilience. It knows that scars, healed with love and awareness, become sources of profound wisdom and empathy. Your soul, therefore, chooses not necessarily the easiest path, but the path deemed most effective, most catalytic. For its intended evolution, you didn't choose your parents based on their personalities, as humans would judge them, or for their social status or material wealth. You chose them for the specific, often invisible, lessons and energetic dynamics they carried. Perhaps you chose them to learn the profound lesson of forgiveness, breaking free from resentment. Perhaps you chose them to be the catalyst for breaking destructive ancestral patterns, cycles of pain or limitation that have echoed through the family line for generations. You came to be the cycle breaker. Perhaps you chose seemingly difficult parents to cultivate immense inner strength, independence, and self-reliance through overcoming adversity. Perhaps you chose them to heal ancient soul contracts, resolving karmic ties from previous lifetimes together. The reasons are as unique and complex as each individual soul. The same principle applies to your physical body. You chose its specific characteristics, its appearance, its gender, its race, its innate talents, its potential vulnerabilities. You chose its genetic predispositions, its potential for certain strengths or weaknesses. Why? Because this particular physical vehicle, with its unique set of parameters, was deemed the perfect instrument for the specific experiences, challenges, and events ensued as a soul set out to encounter and master in this lifetime. Limitations can foster creativity and inner resourcefulness. Unique abilities can be channeled towards your chosen purpose. Even physical challenges can deepen compassion, patience, and connection to spirit. Nothing, absolutely nothing about your core circumstances, your body, your family of origin, your time and place of birth was a mistake. It was all chosen purposefully, lovingly, lovely wisely. When you begin to truly contemplate and integrate this understanding, your relationship with your personal history, your body, and your family can undergo a profound transformation. Pain and hardship cease to feel like random cosmic injustices or signs of being cursed. They begin to reveal themselves as chosen elements of your soul's curriculum, imbued with hidden purpose. Resentment towards parents, or bitterness about the environment you were born into, can slowly dissolve, replaced by a growing sense of understanding, perhaps even compassion. You start to see them not just as flawed humans, but as souls who agreed, on some level, to play a specific, often difficult, role in your journey. Just as you agreed to play a role in theirs. Self-criticism about your body, its perceived imperfections or limitations, can soften into acceptance, even appreciation, recognizing it as the chosen vessel for your earthly pilgrimage. This doesn't mean condoning harmful behavior or denying pain. It means shifting your perspective from victimhood to empowered understanding. It means recognizing the hidden wisdom within the challenges you chose. Embrace your story. It is sacred. Stage 6. The veil of forgetting. Now, a question naturally arises, one that echoes through the hearts of seekers everywhere. If we chose all this, our purpose, our challenges, our families, our bodies, with such clarity, why don't we consciously remember it? Why do we arrive seemingly as blank slates, struggling to find meaning, feeling lost and disconnected? Why the profound amnesia? This leads us to the 6th stage described in the hidden law of the CEX Anime, the deliberate, purposeful, and necessary passage through the veil of forgetting. Imagine, after all the planning, the choosing, the alignment with purpose, standing on the precipice, ready to dive into the dense, vibrant, challenging waters of human existence. Before that final plunge, the soul consciously agrees to pass through an energetic field, a frequency barrier, often referred to as the veil of forgetting. This is not a punishment. It is not a flaw in the system. It is an essential part of the design of the Earth School, the human experience. Why? Why forget something so vital, so empowering? Several profound reasons are suggested. Firstly, forgetting allows for genuine discovery and authentic free will within the lifetime. If you consciously remembered every detail of the plan, every soul contract, every predetermined challenge, life might lose its spontaneity, its element of surprise, its potential for genuine in-the-moment choice. It could feel like merely acting out a pre-written script, rather than truly living and choosing. The forgetting allows you to encounter situations freshly, to make choices based on your current level of awareness, to learn organically through trial, error, intuition, and reflection. It makes the victories sweeter, the lessons harder earned, and therefore, perhaps more deeply integrated. Secondly, the veil allows for the full immersion in the human experience, the density of the physical world, the intensity of human emotions. The limitations of the linear mynthes are part of the curriculum. If you retained full awareness of your eternal multidimensional nature, it might be difficult to fully engage with the specific lessons and experiences of being human. You might remain too detached, too aware of the larger cosmic picture, making it harder to learn the intended lessons of empathy, connection, limitation, and physical sensation. The forgetting allows you to truly be here now, fully invested in the human drama, learning the specific lessons this unique school offers. Thirdly, the process of remembering itself is a crucial part of the soul's journey and purpose, the quest for meaning, the search for connection, the gradual awakening to your true nature. This is the adventure, overcoming the amnesia, piecing together the clues, reconnecting with your inner wisdom and guidance. This process builds spiritual muscle, strengthens intuition, deepens faith, and ultimately leads to a self-realized understanding. Rather than just inherited knowledge, that the joy of rediscovery, the aha moments when things click into place, these are powerful catalysts for soul growth. Passing through the veil is not usually an abrupt, lights-out moment. It's often described as a gradual dimming of conscious recall, a shifting of awareness. The soul's vast, multidimensional consciousness gently focuses, narrows, and integrates with the developing physical brain and body. The explicit memories of the pre-birth planning recede into the subconscious, becoming like underwater currents, still influencing direction, but no longer consciously visible on the surface. However, the forgetting is rarely absolute. Echoes remain. Intuition, that quiet inner knowing, déjà vu, the feeling of having been somewhere or met someone before. Sudden, inexplicable affinities or aversions towards people, places, or subjects. Deep-seated passions and longings that seem to have no logical origin in this lifetime. Vivid dreams that feel intensely real and meaningful. Synchronicities that guide your path. These are often sparks of remembrance, glimmers of light penetrating the veil, reminders from your soul, nudges from your counsel, encouraging you to seek, to question, to remember. Understanding the veil of forgetting brings immense compassion for yourself and others. It explains why we often feel lost or confused. It reframes the struggle for meaning not as a sign of failure, but as the inherent challenge of the human path. It invites you to approach the process of remembering with patience, curiosity, and self-love. The affirmation here is one of trust. Trust the process. Trust that the forgetting serves a higher purpose. Trust the echoes and whispers that arise from within. They are your lifeline to deeper truth. Trust that you can remember, piece by piece, what is most important for you to know right now. The veil is part of the game, but the game is designed for your ultimate awakening. Stage 7. The Descent and Incarnation. The planning is complete. The purpose is chosen. The vessel is selected. The veil is accepted. Now comes the final, courageous act before the earthly journey truly begins, the descent and incarnation, the seventh sacred stage. This is the moment of full commitment, the merging of the eternal soul with the temporal, physical form. It is the breathtaking transition from the realms of pure light and potential, the tangible sensory world of human existence. Imagine the soul, radiant and aware, making its final approach towards the chosen entry point, the developing fetus within the mother's womb. This is not typically conceived as a sudden impact, but rather a gradual process of energetic alignment and integration. The soul begins to weave its light, its consciousness, its unique frequency, into the developing physical structure, the forming brain. The awakening nervous system, it's a delicate, intricate dance between spirit and matter. The soul doesn't fully inhabit the body all at once. In most cases, the connection deepens progressively throughout gestation, and often isn't considered fully anchored until the moment of the first independent breath. That first breath is profoundly significant. It marks the soul's full arrival, its definitive entry into the physical plane, as an autonomous being. It is the signal that the journey has truly begun. With this breath, the chosen life plan, the soul contracts, the core purpose, are deeply embedded within the subconscious mind, the cellular memory, the energetic field of the new being, ready to unfold, to be discovered, to be lived out over the course of the lifetime. The soul's arrival is rarely unnoticed on the subtler planes. While the human participants celebrate a birth, angelic guides, members of the Council of Souls, ancestral spirits connected to the family line, often gather energetically to welcome the soul, to offer blessings, protection, and support as it embarks on its courageous earthly mission. The environment itself, the parents, the family, these are the initial earthly guides, chosen, as we've discussed, to provide the specific context needed for the soul's plan to begin unfolding. Even challenging or seemingly negative initial circumstances are part of this chosen context, designed to trigger specific lessons or activate particular strengths. The act of incarnation is an act of immense courage and love. Think of it. A being of infinite light and freedom chooses to enter limitation, chooses density, duality, forgetting, chooses the potential for pain, sorrow, and struggle. Why? For the sake of growth, experience, contribution, and the unique beauty of the human journey. It is a testament to the soul's thirst for evolution, and its deep love for the creative process of the Source. Understanding this final stage invites reverence for the process of birth itself. It honors the profound courage of every single soul who undertakes the human journey. It fosters appreciation for the physical body as the sacred temple housing the eternal spirit. It encourages compassion for infants and children, recognizing them as ancient souls embarking on a new chapter, carrying within them a hidden wisdom and a chosen purpose. The affirmation here is one of profound gratitude and honor. Gratitude and honor the courage of your own soul for making this descent. Honor the sacredness of your physical body, your chosen instrument. Honor the very fact of your existence here and now. It is a deliberate act of love and purpose. You are not here by accident. You are here by sacred choice. Live this life fully, bravely, consciously, remembering the incredible journey you undertook just to arrive. We have walked together through these 7 sacred stages, beloved soul, illuminated by the whispers of the CEX Anime, guided by celestial light, from the initial call of the universal consciousness, through the revealing life review, the loving guidance of the Council of Souls, the focused choice of life purpose, the deliberate selection of body and family, the necessary passage through the veil of forgetting, to the final courageous descent and incarnation. This is the forgotten prequel to your current life story, the hidden map to understanding who you truly are and why you are here. Let this knowledge settle within you, not as rigid dogma, but as empowering perspective. Allow it to reframe your past, illuminate your present, and inspire your future. Remember the core truths. You are not a random occurrence. Your life is imbued with purpose. You are not a victim of circumstance. You are the architect of your journey. You are not alone. You are eternally guided and supported. Challenges are not punishments. They are chosen catalysts for growth. Pain is not meaningless. It holds the potential for profound healing. And wisdom. Your body and family are not accidental. They are sacred tools chosen for your evolution. Forgetting is part of the design, but remembering is your birthright. Let this understanding dissolve the chains of guilt, fear, and helplessness. Let it awaken within you a sense of profound responsibility, not as a burden, but as a privilege. The responsibility to live consciously, to make choices aligned with your soul's truth. The responsibility to treat yourself and others with compassion. Knowing the hidden journeys we all undertake. The responsibility to seek and express your unique purpose. Contributing your light to the world. Do not be discouraged if the memories don't flood back instantly. Remembering is a gradual process, an unfolding dot. Pay attention to the clues. Your passions, your challenges, your intuition, your dreams. The synchronicities.live with intention.seek. Silence.connect with your heart. Ask for guidance. Trust the process. Trust yourself. You have everything you need within you. Feel the warmth of this truth spreading through your being. Feel the quiet strength that comes from aligning with your soul's original intent. Feel the deep peace that arises from understanding the loving, purposeful nature of your existence. You are cherished beyond measure. You are guided more closely than you know. You are infinitely loved. Go forth from this moment renewed, revitalized, reconnected, aware of the forgotten journey. Let it be your compass. I am a courageous soul, here by divine choice. My life has purpose. I am guided and loved. I embrace my journey with wisdom, compassion, and strength. I am remembering who I truly am. Peace, profound peace, be with you always. Welcome back, soul. It's time. If this video stirred something in your heart, drop A in the comments so I know you're with me. Tell me, what do you think? Let's talk about it below. And if you want more hidden revelations from scripture like fish, hit that like button. Subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. And share this with someone who's ready to go deeper. This channel is a place for revelation, not just religion. You belong here, and I'll see you in the next one.